Hi there, Sagittarius. Welcome to Pirate Readings. I'm Lady J, and I want to welcome you all, my kings, my queens, my in-betweens. Everybody is welcome here. I appreciate one and all of you. Please know that I won't judge you if you won't judge me. And I have the 3 cards in front of me from the overview video. If you haven't checked out the playlist, you can go to the playlist and find the old videos before this and even check me out and see if I'm right. It's always fun to do that. I have a single card, a stone card for you for the month. We're looking at calcite for spontaneity, and this card here is absolutely fantastic. I mean, it couldn't represent Sagittarius any more than it does, because you are the most playful batch of people I know. You certainly have more vim, vigor, and vitality than most of us, and I appreciate it very much that you guys can bring the fun and the joy back into life when things get a little weird or hard, and I appreciate that very much. So I'm looking at the 3 cards from the overview video. Let's look at these together, and I will go ahead and add some of these cards from the pre-programmed section of the Alleyman's Tarot. Alright, let's see what we get. And, oops, it's upside down. See where we get to. All right. Interesting. Okay, so let's look at what we got here. All right, we have a mental conflict. Okay, so now you're getting in your own way. This particular week, you've decided to get in your own way. You started overthinking a situation. You've made this more difficult than it needs to be, and I'm so sad to see that, because you were having such a good week. So maybe you're talking yourself out of something that's good in your life, or maybe you're talking yourself into something that you just are, you're causing you to be sad about you. I really hope that you'll stop doing that, because the fact is, even when we're making poor decisions, or at least we're making decisions, right? But we want to just sort of take a minute, take a break, see who's kicking you. Oh, it might be you kicking you, all right? And that's not fun. That isn't nice. So try and be nice to you, okay? This here is the 9 of clocks, okay? And the 9 of clocks speaks to you having plenty of time. There's plenty of time. It's a 9, so there's an abundance of it. And there's nothing but clocks here. You have all the time you need, so don't rush into a decision about what you're deciding here, okay? Do a pro and con list, all right? You can, in fact, do that. I've been told many times that when I'm trying to make a big decision to look at a pro and con list. What are the pros and what are the cons? And then you'll figure it out, right? At least you'll have a good list to look at. And you can do this more than once. I've done this many times about relationships, just to try and figure out whether it's a good thing or a bad thing in my life. And I've had to do it more than once for the same relationship, just because I wasn't necessarily willing or ready to act on the information that I received or discovered, but each time things got clearer, you know? It's not fun. It's not great. But when you're in mental conflict with yourself, you might need to do a little journaling. You might need to just purge some stuff out of your head so you can, like, come to a better decision, right? And once you see the pros and the cons, well, then you'll have a better idea what you're doing, even if it's just to simply wait, all right? Cool. Now then, we're looking at the Strength card. The Strength card is all about how, yeppers, we have the snake here, that's doing the infinity sign here on a seal, who's carefully balancing a ball while standing on an armadillo. This is quite a circus act, I gotta tell you. But it's really very simple to me to understand that you have to do, it even says self-mastery on it. So strength, control, and discipline. There's that need to put yourself to it. You gotta put your nose to the grindstone, and work on mastering who you are to you, right? It isn't even who you are to anyone else. It's about who you are to yourself, okay? So if you do all this little bit of suggestions that I gave you, doing the journaling and the pro and con list, you have the time. Do what you need to do. and come to some understanding of yourself. You're not even trying to understand the situation and come to a conclusion. You want to understand yourself. What do you need? What do you want? You can write those things down. Make another column that's all about what do you want? What do you need? What do you got? Okay, so now you've got to figure out how you're going to fix that. All right, so a firm foundation is blocked right now, so being super careful about where you stand, where you sit, and how everything is going for you is going to be really important. Things feel jello-y right now, okay? Things don't feel firm underfoot for you, so I want you to be very cautious with everything that you do. It's also not going to be very comfortable, all right? You're going to feel awkward and unclear with all this stuff that you're working on. This stuff is going to make you very uncomfortable, all right? Don't be mad. Just know that it will, because this is the comforter, and she's blocked. I mean, who wouldn't want to hang out with this lady with a cup of tea, a bunny on her lap, and I mean, like, what? So comfortable. She is the comforter, right? So she is here to make everybody better and happier and more comfortable in their skin, and you're not getting it. It's blocked. She's blocked. You can't hang out with her right now. You're in Jello land over here, a little uncomfortable, a little willy-nilly, but it's going to be great. Don't be mad. Don't be upset. All right? And this here's the Six of Swords, showing me that there's a part of you that wants to help other people. It's a good distraction from doing this. So you may find yourself wanting to go, oh, wait, you need help? I'll come help you. But you're supposed to be doing that super special thing you're supposed to be doing. I don't want to do that thing right now. Let me go and help you. Yeah, it's a good distraction. I think you're going to be finding people asking for help, and you'll be like, yes, only to find that it's a big, huge distraction from you figuring out what you want. What do you need? Where do you want to go? What's happening here? All right? And yes, this is your second chakra in your solution. Your solution may be simpler than you think. This is the creative center. So this is where you can create whatever you want and be super impressed with what you can create. It's like, oh, well, so you've come to the understanding that, say, for instance, what you want is to live closer to water. You want to still have your cool job, and you want to so then you'll figure out a creative solution where maybe you'll take your job with you and make it mobile and end up being able to live where you want to and be mobile and get paid more because you are mobile. Yay. And I mean, that means you work from home by the beach or the water, wherever you want to be. All right? I know all of this is totally freaky and scary and terrifying, because fear has shown up in spades, all right? This is the creepy thing that lives under the bed that you've been worried about all night long, right? But we know the minute we turn on the light and we look under the bed, there's nothing there, okay? So this is the nothing is there, it's just us. We're afraid. We're afraid of moving forward all on our own, being scared. Oh my God, how can I do that on my own? I don't know. You're terrified. And that's okay. It's normal to have feelings and insecurities about stuff. I want you to talk to some people around you who will mirror back to you the real beautiful person that you are, Sagittarius, because you're a beautiful human being, okay? This here is the Page of Wands. You're going to get some information from somebody that says, hey, you might want to learn how to do something, and that something might help you be better prepared for all the things you actually want to do, okay? So your creative self wants you to learn something, and it's going to be great. Into it and drop your fear, okay? We understand fear is there, but don't let the fear stop you and rule you and dominate your world where you can't live, all right? Because that's no way to live. Nobody wants to live in fear, or on Jello for that matter. So do this work. Don't get distracted. Be creative. and learn something. It's going to be amazing. I think you're going to be awesome. Let's pull you some rocks because I think you need a little support. All right. So we have carnelian for creativity. I like that. Bum, bum, bum. We have yellow calcite for your emotional self, your third chakra, holding all your memories and understandings and all the lessons you've learned. Very good news. We also have fluorite, and the fluorite is here. It's acting as a little bit of green and a little bit of blue, so it's got, you're able to communicate your heart's desire, and that's good news. We like that very much. All right, and this card here, this stone here is angelite, and angelite is going to operate much like the one in my pocket between the 6th chakra and the 7th chakra, and help you bring in the messages from your better angels, who are trying to tell you how much they love you and care about you, and will bring that information in so that you can then start to communicate it to your higher heart and to your memory parts right here. Your memory needs to remember that you are super loved. You wouldn't be here if you weren't super loved, correct? And then you can be as creative as you want. So this one goes here. This one is going to bring clarity of communication. Yes. And vision. Thank you very much. And yeah, we're going to let your memories get cleaned up and cleared up right here, okay? So this is good. I like the way these rocks are working for you. I'm going to go ahead and put them back in my hand. And I'm going to set them down right here, okay? Because you don't have to carry these rocks if you don't want to. You can carry any rocks you like. But by all means, if you want to share which ones you're carrying, I'd love to see and hear what you're carrying in your pocket. And if you want to know more about what situation in your life might be better suited with these rocks or in any other situation, by all means, drop me a note. Let me know what's going on. Like and subscribe if this is like feeding your soul in any way. I really appreciate that. It will help get the algorithm out there and the message out there and help the algorithm. So I appreciate you all so very much. I wouldn't want to do this without you. So thank you, and we will talk next week about May. All right. Thank you, Sag.